So there comes a certain point in time where as a business owner, you don't necessarily have all the skill set to run the business. So you need to bring on a team that can do that with you.
One of my biggest learnings has been to ask for a lot of help, because we have a great idea, or we had a great idea, and that idea has founded the company, and it's the product that we create. But we are not experts in supply chain, or in operations, or in legal, or in HR, and there's a million areas that we need advice. So some of the best advice I have received has been to ask for advice and to seek out as many different people to talk to, whether they started a company 10 years ago, or whether they're whatever the industry, there's lots that we don't know,
I think even the type of people that you are hiring, I think a lot of companies, when they're first starting out, or they're in their business for 2 to 5 years, they think that they need to hire full-time employees, and that's not necessarily the way. Like the whole contract employee movement, it's really changing how people are engaging with their employees, right? So people can be part-time, they can be freelance. There's whole virtual human resource teams so that they can come in and help you with employee management. There's virtual CFOs that can come in and help you kind of with that strategy and coming up with your forecast and trying to get financing for your business. So I think that's the other thing that small businesses should take into consideration. So you're really looking at who the person is, because I truly do believe that if they have the right attitude, then you can train them to do the role, but also think about the mix of employees that you have. I think that's really important.
We've worked with part-time CFOs in the past, and it's an amazing way to have somebody bringing in that type of skill set, and it's not on a full-time basis. And then similarly in our design, we have a ton of design, and we have lots of interns and young designers coming up the ranks, and that's a particular role that requires a real point of view, and sometimes it's nice to sort of try them out and start on contract and see how it goes. And if they work well, then they might stay on full-time. It just provides flexibility and the ability to kind of test people out before making that real commitment to hiring.
Well, and there's a lot of programs where you can get access to labor for free through some of the universities, right? Where you're hiring certain graduates to come in for a 6 to 8 week program, and you pay them what you can, if you can. But they're there to get experience in their business. It's a win-win.
Yeah. This is the time, the investment's worth it. I don't have the expertise. Who did you bring in first, and why?
I would say bookkeeper first, for sure. It was something I took a course in college, and I could certainly do it, but it is not my passion, and it's not what I should be doing. So that was one of the very first ones. And I would say then from there, expanding to anything that's outside of your talent area. Rather than trying so hard to be really good at it, just hire someone else to do it.
Yeah. No, that's great.
A lot easier.
That's great. And Prince, how about for you? What do you see typically as the first person someone brings on, either part-time or full-time in terms of support?
I would say it would be an accountant or bookkeeper. That's generally the most common one. But again, it depends from business to business. If you're in the accounting field, then you're not going to look for a bookkeeper. You're probably going to look for somebody for maybe marketing. Right? So the other areas could be legal, sales, marketing, and of course, accounting is another big one. Generally, you should focus on the areas that you're weak in and areas that you do not want to spend time on, because those are the areas that are going to slow you down and slow the growth of your business.
Gosh, we just celebrated 10 years with our first employee last week. Amazing. So some people have hung around and it's worked out great, and they've been able to stay with the business as it's grown. But I would say, whenever you don't have to hire somebody to do every function. There are consultants out there. There are people that you can get. You can say, look, I need to hire 3 people for this. This is what I'm looking for, and they will get the resumes, they will vet the resumes, they will present you with the 10 best, they will help you interview. And I just think probably one of the lessons we learned is hire slow and fire fast. Right?
I was thinking that exactly.
Take your time, because culture fit is key. I even think if it's a culture fit, we can teach them stuff. We can teach them how to make the labels. We can teach them. Absolutely. But if they're a fit to our culture, then hold on to them.